So I'm bringing one of my favorite books out of retirement called Making Ideas Happen by Scott Belsky. And this is a book that I read almost, shucks, maybe 15 plus years ago, which was like almost like a Bible for me when it came to like projects and getting things done and making ideas happen. And what I like the most about it is he gives this framework for how to make ideas happen. And the problem that he's really trying to solve is a lot of us creatives, entrepreneurs, we have ideas, and what happens is the projects hit plateaus. So what do you do about that? And that's what, he provides a methodology, a framework to of how ideas actually happen. And here it goes right here. Making ideas happen equal your ideas, how you organize those ideas, and then the communal forces around those ideas. That's like if you think about community, your support network, and your leadership capability, your ability to lead not only yourself, but people as the idea is coming into fruition. And right now, like I needed a jolt. So I this morning, I was like, okay, let me pull this book back out just as a reminder of like how I'm going to make the idea that I'm sharing with you in this vlog happen, but the framework I'm using. And I've always used this framework to some degree, but for some reason I wanted to be reminded of it. So that's your ideas, how you organize your ideas, the communal or community forces that your idea, the environment that idea grows in, and then your ability to lead yourself and lead others. Yeah, you should check the book out. It's called Making Ideas Happen. An undervalued attribute of success that's undervalued is this idea of intensity. I know we talk a lot about productivity and being efficient, and that's good, but it's not enough. I'm going to tell you that right now. Just being productive and having a productivity system and your calendar all set and all these things, that's nice. It's great, actually. It's not just nice. It's great. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's not enough. The gas, the thing that pours gasoline on your productivity is your intensity. And I found myself over the last couple of days, the intensity is increasing. And mainly because I'm rearranging how I see my value. And I'm seeing the value that I offer. And because of that, the natural thing is your intensity begins to increase. And it wasn't something that I was like, oh, I'm going to get more intense. No, it was just like, wow, I see my value. I see my value compounding. And because of that compounding, you want to impact people with that value. And that you need intensity. You need intensity in how you're working. Intensity in every single aspect, and you can't let down, and it's a byproduct of seeing your value. And if you're not working at the intensity that you believe you need to work at, is because there's a really good chance you don't see your value fully, and that's okay. And that's where mentors come in. That's where you never know. It's that one YouTube video that you see. It could be this YouTube video that you're watching right now. That's like, oh wow, I see my value. I need to increase the intensity now. Because it's the intensity that you're going to need to really break through the market. The market's not just going to come to find you. You got to really break through it, and it takes intensity. So if I ever send you this picture, know that I'm saying that it's time to increase the intensity. If you don't know what this picture is, this is a picture when Kanye West, or AKA Ye, was doing Donda. And basically he's a billionaire, and he stripped himself down, sleeping on the mattress. As you see here, you see all his lyrics here, and that's all he needed. That's the level of intensity. And he was living inside of the arena, the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, just finishing the album. And this is the level of focus and intensity that he showed. And maybe this was performative, maybe, I don't know. But when I see this picture, for me, it creates this feeling of intensity on what it's going to really take. And what I want you to do is find a picture that gives you that feeling of intensity, and then send it to my email. My email is going to be in the description. If you made it this far and you're feeling, if this is resonating with you, find a picture that represents your increased intensity and send it to me, and let's keep each other accountable. The things about creating that level of intensity is you have to put guardrails around your energy. You have to put guardrails around your energy, because from a mental standpoint, you only have so much. You only have so much gas in the tank, so you have to put the guardrails around that energy, and like focus it, and apply it into what you're doing, where the intensity is. Otherwise, everything's gonna come and next thing you know. So you gotta put guardrails around this intensity. That's a part, and that's a habit. You gotta develop that habit. You gotta develop that habit of, one of the best words you can learn is no. Just say no. So, just as a reminder, just giving you a little reminder, as you start to cut up the temperature, and there's going to be outside forces trying to take from that energy force. And you have to really count your costs, because there's an opportunity cost. Every time you kind of let the energy go in a different direction, there's a cost associated with that. And you have to count that cost as you're building up. So, just a reminder. So I had to change my spot up. There was a whole bunch of people that were taking that. There's a long table that took a spot. So I had to move back here so I can just lock in and focus. They were talking and everything. But I want to hear from you. Like, what is it that's holding you back from cutting up the intensity? Like, what is it? Like, really reflect, think about it. Put it in the comments. If you don't want to make it public, you can actually email me. My email address is in the description. But what's holding you back from cutting up the intensity? Like I was explaining to you in the beginning of this vlog, I polished off one of my favorite books, Making Ideas Happen. And it's not enough to have the idea. Like, yeah, I have the idea right here all modeled out. But at the end of the day, you need to execute. So what I'm spending, let me move this a little. What I'm spending some time doing now is, taking this and putting it into my project management system called ClickUp. So basically what I do is break down all those different boxes that you saw, and create action items for each thing. So I'm just going through the whole thing. I'm in planning phase of that right now. Okay, let me take you inside. Let's see. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing right now. So as you see here, there's about 52 action steps. And I'm just breaking down every single one, what I need to do inside of each. I'm looking at each one of those boxes. Each one of these boxes are its own project unto itself. And I'm just breaking down the steps right here. So this is, it's an inside look on how I, break down my projects so that I can just do it step by step. Like I'm building out all the steps, and it's just a matter of just clicking them off. Then eventually you get to the final project, and then you get to compete for the prize. So there you go. Easy to generate your intensity when you realize that we are in the middle of a storm. The convergence of the politics and the cultural nuances, all these things are all happening around us. And it has a lot of gravity. If you allow it to pull you and suck you in, it has a lot of gravity to take you off course. But when you really understand that, that's where you dig deep and you harness all of your energies, your spiritual energies, all of your mental faculty to harness who you are as a person in the midst of this. You have to almost use this. You almost have to use this this storm that we're in, this cultural storm that we're in, as fuel for your fire. And that's at least what I do to really begin to increase my intensity. I just leverage the outside noise and apply it. So with that said, I'm heading home. I'm done for the night. If I were you, if you made it this far, you might as well just go ahead and subscribe. Seriously, because you just don't know what is going to happen in the next episode. Peace.